Yeah, I mean, we disappointed, of course, because we wanted more, and I think we have the chances to get more, but like we know how it's tough to come here in New York to get like a point. So I won't say we're happy, but like we need to go with that because that's what we got. But like, yeah, I mean, disappointed, of course, with like the result because as a team we want to win every single game.
Disappointed on the result, but you did earn your first start today. If you could just kind of talk us through your emotions on earning the nod today.
Yeah, I mean, really happy like with the coach and stuff and all the team because they trust me on that one. So happy, like I hope I get the job pretty good done today. But yeah, like really happy with it. Yeah, I'm getting forward to see more, to get more.
Great. We'll go ahead and go to the Zoom. Austin David.
Hey, Joran. Just leading into the week when you were told that you were going to be starting, what was kind of the approach that you took in terms of getting yourself mentally and physically prepared? And how did it feel playing a full 90 after having not played a full 90 in a while?
Yeah, I mean, like Fabian like get me a little bit more extra at the end of every training, like little sprint, little run, because of course it's like tough when you didn't play like for like weeks after weeks after week and start like right after to play 90 minutes. It's pretty hard, but like mentally I felt like I'm a pretty calm guy even on the field. So I just like stay calm and stay myself. Yeah, I don't really like stress for those type of stuff because I always been calm and that's how I want to be, and that's how if I like I'm getting nervous mentally, I have like some tips like to get rid of it. So yeah.
We will go next to Mike Ramajo.
Thanks, Lucas. Joran, I wanted to ask you, obviously this is your first year with the club, but historically, whenever any team plays against the Red Bulls, every team knows the high press that the Red Bulls bring. It seems like today, though, the team was able to kind of counter press and kind of expect to how to handle that high press that the Red Bulls bring. Just kind of curious to see what Oscar was kind of relaying to the team earlier in the week during training to kind of get you guys prepared to effectively counter press the Red Bulls today.
Yeah, I mean, we have with the structure, the way we play with the 3-2, me and Edouard needed like a lot of like dynamic in the midfield, and we're able to turn when we have the chance, we have to turn, even if the pressure was behind us. And I think we did a really good job doing like those type of turn to be able like to create those situation like in the back in up front for our forward, like where they are really fast. So that's why like sometimes we can tell like they were like 1v1 or 2v2 in behind because like they were really high pressing and we are like moving the ball really quick. So it was like one to touch and it was getting really quick out of it. So that's why like we have been able to like have those spaces. We knew like before going to that game, like those spaces would be available.
We will go next to Michael Citra.
Thanks for your time, Joran. Red Bulls came out of the locker room in the second half, kind of controlling the game in the first 15 minutes, but you guys kind of, from that point on, had the better chances the rest of the way. What did you guys tweak after that first 10, 15 minutes of the second half? What changes did you make?
I felt like the little substitution helped us a little bit. I think it was Dago came on pretty early, help us a little bit, like getting like some fresh leg and stuff like that. I think it helped us, but also like, yeah, I don't know. After like we need to figure out because we need to do a better job right after the halftime because we have been conceding goal like right after, and we need to like raise up the energy. We need like to do like a better job to like come back with the same energy as we have been in the first half to avoid those type of goal. And after, like, as we get going to the second half, like we have to play and we have like to get out and we have to create chances. So I feel it's just like a natural sense when we like trying to push.
We will go next to Alonso.
Thank you, Lucas. Uh, both teams were very direct when it comes to attack, but you have some good recoveries. How was playing with Edward? That is a player that his style is more attacking than defending.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little bit like more as a six. My type of play is more like staying as a six. So I felt like really comfortable. It was not complicated at all. We have been like training together since he arrived. Like sometimes I'm with him, sometimes I'm with Cesar, sometimes he changed. So like we have been like a good relationship and a good like chemistry. So it was not really complicated. Only thing was just like to understand tactically what like those guys do in the game which is my first real game like MLS. So that was like a little bit challenging at the beginning, but it was fine like throughout the game.
And we will go back to Michael Citra.
Joran, as a defensive midfielder, I'm sure it's Orlando's given up 10 goals now in 4 games. That's something that you guys want to clean up, obviously. It doesn't seem to be something structural in the way you guys are playing. It just seems like individual moments here and there. What can you guys do to sort of shore those up and fix that moving forward?
Yeah, like you said, I felt it's more like individual moments at every time. So I felt like we just need to like train more, like be more focused, even like halftime or before, like be willing like as a team to talk, to communicate, to be like able to be all together, to raise up the energy. If we see like someone is like a little bit down, like to make him feel like, like push him a little bit. And I felt like those little tips like can help us moving forward.
All right, Joran, thank you for your time. Congratulations again on your first start, and safe travels back to Orlando.
Thank you, guys.
All right, everyone, and to wrap up today, we are joined by head coach Oscar Pareja. Oscar, a 2-2 draw against the Red Bulls today. If you could just give us your initial thoughts following tonight or this afternoon's match.
Very competitive game, and I thought our boys today implement another gear on the challenges that we had, not just defensively but offensively. I thought the amount of opportunities that we create to score kept us optimistic the whole game, knowing that we had in front as well a team who is aggressive and they have a very good players at front. So we play well. Still, we know about our errors defensively, and this is not just defenders, but this is the whole group just considering goals that we have to raise from our performance. But offensively, I see a much brave and a much functional team. I like the way we're attacking. I like the way we're proposing the game. So at the end, we take a point and we take it proudly because we made a great effort today.
Great. We will go ahead and start with Austin David.
Yeah, Oscar, just kind of going off your point about creating chances, you've got a guy like Luis Muriel who's starting to find his form now. You've got Duncan McGuire back. You're starting to get more options offensively. Just how much do the last game here kind of give you confidence going forward with just so many options and so much creativity on the field to be able to kind of find that form over the coming weeks?
Right. Made us feel very optimistic early on the season, and to have the players that you mentioned in a very good level. The guys who needs to put the team in their shoulders seems like are doing the job. Now we need to maintain it and even getting better. The players that are new are gluing much better with the team. Today we have an excellent performance from Joran. And I want to highlight that personality, the character, the responsibility that he had with the system and with his teammates. It was great. I thought it's a fantastic news as well, Joran Gerbet today for us. And as you ask, Austin, we're happy offensively and surely trying to get better defensive game. But we know, and the players know too, and it's important.
We will go next to Michael Citra.
Oscar, thanks for your time. Obviously, a big talking point in this game was the penalty. Did you get a chance to see the replay or anything, or did you get a good look at that play, and what were your thoughts on it?
The boys were very annoyed by the decision. I have to see it better. And the common word in the locker room was very that was a very unfair call, but nothing that we can do now.
We'll go next to Mike Gramajo.
Thank you, López. Profe, te quería preguntar sobre Martín Ojeda. Obviamente ya está teniendo un buen inicio el campeonato, ya lleva 2 goles, una asistencia, obviamente el golazo que pudo anotar esta tarde, ¿no? Pero te quería hablar sobre la forma que él ha podido crecer en el grupo. Sabemos que el primer año estaba ahí acomodándose con el grupo, el segundo año recogió ya el ritmo al finales del torneo del año pasado y ahora ya a inicios está aportando de una manera más inmediata. Obviamente para un jugador en su estatura, ¿qué tan importante es tener un jugador que está aportando en la manera del ataque tan inmediatamente empezando el campeonato este año, ¿no?
Sí, muy importante que los jugadores designados tengan el impacto en el juego, en el equipo. No es un secreto que han sido designados por obvias razones, por su talento. Y cuando ellos corresponden a ese perfil y su performance nos trae todas estas buenas sensaciones como las que nos está dando Martín este año de convertir goles, de asistir y ni qué decir de su generosidad con el juego. Nos alegra un montón. Eh, Marco Pašalić también está ayudando un montón. Luis Muriel está entrando en su mejor forma desde que vino. Duncan ya está recuperado. Ramiro también se nos ha recuperado de algún problema que ha tenido ahora físico. Iván, que ha mantenido su nivel. Así que muy contentos estamos con nuestra parte ofensiva del equipo. Vamos bien.
We will go next to Alonso.
Profe, ¿cómo está? Un empate, un punto en una cancha difícil. Quería preguntarle la decisión, ¿por qué salió Smith en vez de Rafael Santos? ¿Fue algo táctico porque de repente el rival le gusta mucho presionar y Smith es más de marca?
Buena pregunta, porque sistemáticamente ellos tienen funciones distintas a pesar de que juegan en la misma posición. Las características de Kyle se adecuaban al juego que queríamos jugar, no solo de lo que mencionas de la solidez que te da él por ser un jugador más conservador o más conservativo. Y sabíamos de la necesidad que teníamos en el segundo tiempo de tener a lo mejor a Rafa siendo un jugador más de banda que pueda ir al ataque, pero de nuevo, son dos jugadores que aunque juegan en la misma posición, tienen eh, responsabilidades y cualidades diferentes y hoy las quisimos utilizar así. Y creo que lo hicieron muy bien, los dos.
We will go next to Christian.
Thank you. Good evening, Coach. Christian Moraes from Territorio MLS Brazil. I have 2 questions tonight for you. The firstly, to how Pašalić is. He left the field leaping. And the second is about Atuesta. You ended up losing Wilder, and the Colombian has been fulfilling the role well. Surprised you?
Well, I'm not surprised. Eduard knows the league. His personality today arose on the game. In a short period of time, he's gluing with the players in a way that makes us better, especially in a place in that midfielder that we need someone who take the responsibility to make us play. And I think Eduard is doing an excellent job on that part. And Marco Pašalić, we removed him from the game, but it was not due to any injury. He had just a knock there, but nothing important. So he's fine.
We have time for 2 more. We will first go to Michael Citro.
Oscar, you got Duncan back a lot earlier than a lot of us thought, and he had an impact on this match. What do you make of his performance after just getting back to, into the team and what he was able to bring in the late moments of this game.
I was Michael. I was so happy seeing him because he has been training normal, but I know the competition and the games are different, and I was urgent to see him giving us those glimpses of the Duncan that we all know. And when I saw him today competing, jumping with no fear and winning those duels and getting in behind, it made us so happy. I very, very convinced that Duncan will be back in his best level soon. And all what he brings is just good news from our offensive side.
And last one here, we will finish up Mike Gramajo.
Oscar, I wanted to ask you, we know historically the Red Bulls, they usually bring a high press and usually brings problems for you guys, but it seems like today you guys were able to counter press against this team today and effectively well. It gave you guys a little bit of that protagonismo for certain moments of the game. Just kind of curious to see what earlier in the week was like, kind of addressing the players, the game plan to make sure you guys effectively counter pressed against a Red Bull team today.
Right, it's true. We had a team today, and knowing the characteristics of New York, that we needed to control the game. I know it will be difficult to do it the whole game, but control the game where we can. And there was a bunch of periods of the game that we did it. We controlled the game and we absorbed that pressure, that pressing, playing well. I thought we put the conditions of the game. We played the game that we wanted, and knew as well that way New York press, they're going to concede some spaces in behind, and we will take that opportunity, and that was exactly what happened in the field. We could have, with one of the balls that we played in behind to Marco, just put the game 3-1, and when he's lead, but it was again the game that we wanted against a team that we know, and good sensations for the way the boys play today.